I went to Arizona State.
Right.
I'm a Sun Devil, man.
The 27-yard line. That's a great call. Two playmaker. Plummer will put it up. Throws over the middle. Pull. Touchdown. Quick flag.
3rd down and 5. Levis swings it to Scatterbo. Scatterbo breaks defenders. Here he goes again. Scatterbo is the running back, and he is immediately met in the backfield, runs through the contact, and then throws a shoulder for good measure.
Revenge on this team this year. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon comes in. Welcome to 2025. Today. This one the other way. Still going back. Got the drag. Walks up and down.
Edwards pulls off and buries it. Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Her three right on the money.
Takes his shot for Derby. Flag out. Doesn't matter. Touchdown.
What is up, my Pitchfork Lunch peeps? Yes, you see it right there. Welcome into Mike. What day is it? Hump day. Woo woo. Yep, that's for Mama. Hadn't done it in a minute. It's been going crazy. Where's it at? Well, it is Wednesday. It is Hump Day. So welcome into this edition of Pitchfork Lunch. Yes, I am Michael Kirsten at Diablo005_ on X, the artist formerly known as the Twitter. You can check out the show live there every day, Monday through Friday. 12 to 1, by the way. Yeah, you can check out the show at 12 to 1 every day, Monday through Friday. Also on my wonderful Pitchfork Lunches, you may have heard this on the wonderful world of IG at michael.caratanudo.5. I know, just a dot between the first and last name and then a .5. And then guess what, man? All good to go. Check it out live there. And last but not least, you know this Pitchfork Lunchers, the YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, watch live as we getting ready to wrap up season 3, but do subscribe. Again, forks up to the new subscribers. Greatly appreciate it. Obviously, all the subscribers greatly appreciate it, but just a little extra for the new subscribers. Yeah. So glad you did subscribe, as I was saying. But I say that because hopefully you've been watching season 3 live, and if you haven't, then well, guess what? You need to be watching season 3 live because, well, we're almost wrapping up, but also you have missed a plethora of phenomenal con reviews. And yes, not just from this season, my friends, but from a few seasons. So, and when I say a plethora of phenomenal con reviews, whether it be coaches, players, voices, insiders, analysts, alum from many different generations, all here on Pitchfork Lunch. So, again, you don't want to miss it. You saw on the way in, bring you stuff too like that. That Landon Harrison is a Golden Spikes finalist, also an All-American as baseball postseason honors came in, but just stuff like that. But that's my point. You need to check it out. And yeah, All-American status, New Contratus, third team All-American, and Landon Harrison was a first team All-American for the Sun Devils, which, again, not really a surprise to us two. And again, there's a lot of talent out there. I know I'm a homer. Do I feel New Contratus should have been first team? Yeah, I know he missed a little bit of time, but as did many. But definitely second team. So that's just me, though. That's just me. I'm just saying, definitely second team for Contratus. Again, I know what he means. You know, you hear Coach Bloomquist talk about it, but at the same time, yes, I get that. Who you taking off teams? Didn't look at all as it came out this morning, yeah, obviously Harrison, a Golden Spikes finalist, which is no surprise. And then, like I said, him and Contratus, both there. First team All West region, Landon Harrison and New Contratus. I mean, it's funny how that works out. And by the way, Harrison's historic season is now on display in the Bill and Judy Schaefer Sports Hall of Fame, my friends, because as it should be. So right there at the south end of Mountain America Stadium. Lots of good stuff in there. Yeah, so Landon Harrison again there, no surprise. Golden Spikes finalist, but and his stuff in the Hall of Fame. Jordan Tyson has stuff up too as well, going in the first round. Not a surprise there. So yes, but I digress. That's why you all need to subscribe to YouTube, because if you didn't watch live, you can go back. And when I say you missed a plethora of phenomenal con reviews and just Sun Devil phenomenalness in general, yeah, I mean, you have to go back and watch season 1. Keep watching season 3 as we wrap up, but binge watch season 1 and then keep watching season 3. Binge watch season 2, keep watching season 3, and then when we wrap up over the summer, you'll have a chance to get all caught up. Because again, I tell you this, guys, because we always have people on, friends of the show, and when they come on more than once, obviously I don't just pull out the laminated question sheet and ask them the same static stuff I have. I mean, obviously every season's going to be a little bit different, coaches, players, stuff like that. You guys get it. But nonetheless, go to YouTube and watch live, but do subscribe. And you go to YouTube, you see my name, Michael Caratenuto. It's at M. So my page is at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, guys. And subscribe. As again, I said, you have missed a ton. But if you do that, you'll be all caught up by the time season 4 gets rolling. Again, Camp T's kind of a soft start because I'm going to get some really good stuff up there. Yeah, I'm just going to go from there. So that in and of itself, my friends, is awesome sauce. Yeah, that in and of itself is awesome sauce. So, but yes, go to YouTube and subscribe. Again, it's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, and subscribe away. Also, when you do search it, search in all caps, because that's how I have the page. I know technology, you should be able to search it in lowercase, but it doesn't work. Obviously, the 05 is a number. So at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ, all caps, 005 on the good old YouTube. So yes, but track and field, like I said yesterday, again, thanks for the sorry for the just abridged recorded version of the show, but I said yesterday, obviously track and field is getting going in Oregon. So you're definitely going to want to watch that. Keep up with it. Again, it gets going today as that's the NCAAs. By the way, crazy madness transfer portal wise in softball. I know, no surprise there. Already had a few from ASU baseball hit the transfer portal as well. Obviously, softball, Mika Lupi committed to UCLA. She's from California, so headed back to Southern California is Mika Lupi, who, again, hell of a pitcher here. So we'll see what happens with her at UCLA. And, obviously, pitching-wise, Aisa Silva graduated. Obviously, the All-American, first-team All-American, Kenzie Brown, graduated and is in the AUSL in Portland. Yes, in Portland. So forks up to Kenzie, obviously. But yeah, that's 3 of your 4 pitchers that are gone. So that leaves the lefty, Mary Peyton Hodge, who was a freshman. And again, early, in non-conference play, saw quite a bit of her. And yeah, there was stuff that she did well, and just adjusting to college softball and all that good stuff. Um, 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 Then they also, by the way, for track and field, there's doing a prediction of obviously who's going to win each event. Wow, and they have women's discus. They have Alita Van Dalen of Florida, who had a hell of a month of May, my friends, and she had the number 3 discus throw in collegiate history. Yeah, and was and has added almost 3 meters every meet. That is just freaking huge. I mean, I know you guys hear it, and you're devils, you're smart, you're innovative, but man, that is absolutely crazy. That is that it's 3 meters, and so, but we know our girl will definitely. Inez Lopez, who again 198 feet 8 inches, not 190, 198, it's almost 200. So, so interesting to see that there. Men's predictions. Let's see. Well, we'll see what Jaden Davis can do, because the predicted winner in the 400 is Samuel Ogazi of Alabama. Ogazi of Alabama, and he had a pair of sub 44 performances in recent outings, and he's been on a different level lately, and no one would be surprised if he broke the collegiate record. So I will get you that. I had that. This is in my notes. I was just going through some stuff yesterday and the day before, actually, too, as well. Going through some stuff, and yeah. So he went, and I did not add the NCAA record, so I have no clue as to why I didn't. Again, I wasn't looking up more so records to see what NCAA records, but again, it'll be very, very interesting, my friends, due to the fact that like I said, he went Ogazi went sub 44 performances, so that's just, again, insane. And then in the 800 on the men's side, they predicted Rivaldo Marshall of Arkansas. as Dayton Carlson, who we know has been just rocking it in the 800, but Rivaldo Marshall of Arkansas, who has won an NCAA title in 2024 during the indoor championships while running for Iowa. So yes, transfer portal kid. A lot has changed since then, including Marshall's uniform, but Marshall very, very talented, and he won the SEC championship. He climbs back atop. They think he climbs back atop. So we'll see what Dayton Carlson can do, though. Again, knowing that he was going to qualify. And, yes, you always hear his coaches talk about peaking at the right time, right? So who did I win in the decathlon? Jip DeGrief of Illinois. That's who they won in the decathlon. And the 4x400 team, which I want to say did qualify, right? They have Auburn winning it, or the 4x1 or the 4x400 team. They have LSU winning it. They ran a sub 3 minute mile, guys. That's insane. They ran a 2:58.47. When I looked at this in my notes, I literally said the same thing out loud. And even though I knew the time, crazy to me that Auburn or LSU, went 2:58.47 to win the SEC championship, and then just ran over the 3 minute mark in the East region at 3 minutes, 0.39 seconds. And sub 3 minutes might be what it will take to win the 4x4 this year. And the Tigers have the best shot at doing it as, again, they're at Hayward Field, a beautiful setting in Eugene. So let's see. Let's see. So today, and it doesn't start till the afternoon. So yeah, I want to say 2:30 local time here, but oh yeah, we're on the same time as them. Duh. Yeah, so 2:30 here in Arizona, also up in Eugene. The men's hammer throw starts, and then at 5:05 we have the prelims. Well, the men's hammer throws the finals, but then 5:05 starts the running. We have the 4x100 prelims at 5:05. At 5:21, the men's 1,500 meter prelims. Then at 5:35, the men's pole vault final gets underway. 5:38, the 3,000 meter steeplechase prelims hit. 6:08, the 110 meter high hurdles for the men prelims, and then at 6:15, the men's javelin finals will get underway. So yeah, you figure 2:30, and then the next pole vault starts at 5:35, and then javelin off to the other field because obviously you're throwing a javelin. But yeah, those finals are at 6:15. At 6:25, we have the men's 100 meter prelims. At 6:40, the men's long jump prelims get started, and then 6:41, the men's 400 meter prelims will get going. At 6:58, we have the men's 800 meter prelims. So Dayton Carlson, we'll be running there. But then Jaden Davis will run right before him. So Jaden Davis will go off at 6:41 tonight in the prelims in the 400 meters, and then let's see. Well, he is in heat. He is in heat 3 in lane 5. So again, he is the top seeded qualifier in that heat with his season best of 44.29. So in lane 2 will be George Franks of Miami. In lane 3 will be Alexander Rhodes of UW. Yes, Washington. Jaden Marchand will be of Georgetown will be in lane 4. And then, yes, forks up Jaden Davis in lane 5, the junior, as he has his prelims tonight. But yeah, he's in the third and final heat. So the top 24. Yeah, so 24, and let's see, top 2 in each heat plus the next 3 best times. Oh, so there's just prelims and finals. Yeah. So top 2 in each heat automatically advance. So that's 6 lanes. And then the next 3 fastest times is 9 lanes. So, yeah, obviously as I go 1 through 9. So, but Jaden Davis, third heat, 44.29, like I said. So he's in lane 5. And then, the aforementioned Samuel Ogazi is also in the 400. He went 43.82. So Davis is actually second fastest in his heat. Yeah, sub 44. I did mention that. So yeah, Ogazi 43.82, and then TJ Tom Lyanovich of Arkansas is in lane 7. Amal Glasgow of LSU in 8, and then Michael Joseph of Big 12 foe Kansas in lane 9. So we have 43.82 from Ogazi is the fastest time, all the way up to 45.29 for Joseph of Kansas in heat 3. Again, by the way, Jaden Davis ranked 6th in the NCAA. Let's see. 44.12 from Jordan Pierre from Arkansas in heat 1 has the fastest qualifying time in heat 1. And then, Justin Braun of Florida, also sub 44, just sub 44, like literally a millimeter, actually say a nanometer below 44. He went 43.99. And he's in, like I said, he's in heat 2. So 43.99 all the way up to 45.47 from Kenny Carpenter of Colorado State. So qualifying, that's your differences there. Like I said, I already talked about heat 3 with Jaden Davis. Forks up, let's go. To build on that 44.29, his season best qualifying time. 6th in the NCAA, by the way. So, yeah, he's a good chance he will advance in the 400. The meet record, by the way, is Michael Norman of USC back in 2018. I remember that because I was watching it, but I didn't see it live. And then I went back. I was like, I can go back. And yeah, Michael Norman ran a 43.61 in 2018. And that's the meet record and the collegiate record. So 43.61, in which, like I said, for Ogazi, 43.82. So, I mean, you got to take a little bit off, but we'll see. And we'll see if Jaden Davis, at 44.29, he could go below 44. That definitely definitely is in his, I'd say, wheelhouse. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, I mean, that's just, guys. That is flying. So yes, that's the men's 400, and again, that is at 6:41 tonight, and then at 6:58 tonight, the men's 800, and we will see the prelims. And let's get, Dayton Carlson is in lane 2. Dayton Carlson is in lane 2. He's on the inside there. So he his season best 145.26, 10th best in the NCAA, ranked 10th in the NCAA. And again, same thing, 800 prelims, top 2 from each heat, and then the next 3 fastest times. So he's in heat 2. So we'll have to wait till heat 3. But the fastest qualifying time, and it's close, that's on here. Number 1, Rivaldo Marshall, who is saying from Arkansas, won 144.15 as a season best, ranked first in the NCAA. Carlson, again, ranked 10th. So if you think about it, it's the top 2 in each heat, and then the next 3 fastest. So he's right on the board of being right on the border, I should say, of being there. But hey, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we're going to wrap up a little more, talk a little more tracks, let you know when Inez Lopez is going to be chucking the discus, which will be tomorrow because the men are starting everything today. But boy, I'll finish up with the men's stuff real quick, and we will get to baseball. Like I said, we get to football recruiting as that. I started talking about it, but we'll get to that. So step aside real quick and then have more Pitchfork Lunch coming right up. All right, welcome back to Pitchfork Lunch. I am Michael Cartino at Diablo005 _ on X, or it's really known as the Twitter. My IG, Michael.Cartino.5, and YouTube. Yes, go to YouTube. My channel's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, guys, and subscribe. Away. Again, you got a lot to catch up on before we start season 4. Hey, before we go carry on continue track, I should say, continue. But nonetheless, before we continue with track, Deion Sanders is was about 3 hours ago, but is cancer-free. So that is good to see because he was diagnosed with bladder cancer. I know I had mentioned it. I hadn't talked about it in a minute, but after being diagnosed, he had bladder cancer in April of 2025. He said, "I'm cancer-free. I'm good. Great doctors in Colorado that has brought me through. So God has brought me through, and I'm thankful I'm healthy." So again, hey, forks up to that. Obviously, competition, everything, but Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, whether you loved him from you're a Florida State alum, you're Falcons fan where he started his NFL career, you're a Braves fan where he played some baseball, as you guys all know, as well, or you're a 49ers fan or a Cowboys fan, and then he had a cup of coffee with Washington, and then at 37 years old, this is one story I love about Deion. 37, which again, you know me, I'm not going to call 37 old because it's not. And when you're training like that and you're an athlete, you're in shape. It's one of those things. It's amazing. At 37 years old, came back to the Ravens, played for the Ravens, and ran a 4.340 at 37 years old, my friends. That is insane. Think about that. 37 years old, ran a 4.340. Yeah, that does not suck. So, but Deion Sanders cancer-free. So again, forks up to that, man. Pitchfork lunch again. Hate that disease. You guys know I don't use the word hate in anything, maybe except for when I talk about that school down south. But I digress. Something serious like this. Hate that disease, and it yeah. But he got out in front of it, and like you said, doctors, everybody brought him through. Doctors, he said, God brought him through it as well as faith, huge for him. So stoked for Deion Sanders, who is now cancer-free. But as we head back to track and field, so yeah, Carlson again, 6:58 tonight after the 400-meter prelims, where we'll see Jaden Davis. And then I don't think we have anybody in the javelin. Wow. The javelin meet record is 86.62 meters, which is 284 feet, 2 inches. Check out the collegiate record, though, by Patrick Bowden of Texas. Oh, Andrew Peters of Mississippi State has the meet record, but Patrick Bowden of Texas has the collegiate record, 89.10 meters. You know how far that is, kids? 292 feet, 4 inches. And he did that back in March 24th of 1990. So, yeah, a 36-year-old record is looming for these javelin throwers, which 74, 78, 80, 263. Still got about 30 feet at 80, 84. Yeah, so 84.68 meters is 277 feet, 10 inches. And that is the top qualifier. That's Shinekaram Prosper Namdi of Texas A&M, who's number 1 in the NCAA. Yeah, 284.68, 3 feet, 81.86. So that's 268 feet, 7 inches from Keyshawn Strachan of Nebraska, who's number 2. But I mean, that's 9 feet. So yeah, it's a little bit to make up there. But yeah, nobody from ASU, and I love the javelin. That's one of my favorites. I tell you. Do we have anybody in men's shot put? I don't think so. Yeah, I just missed out. So that's the finals. The top one flight. Yeah, the top 12 men's shot put finals, one flight. I want to say you can take up to, you get 6 throws. 22 meters is the meet and collegiate record. John Godina of UCLA did it back in 1995. So a 31-year-old record sits there as well. So yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, the 22 meters on that, which is 72 feet, 2 1/4 inches to launch the shot put like that. Yeah, that is phenomenal. Let's see. Yeah, the men's 4, they were just out of it. So yeah, the men's 4x4. Oh, did I say that? Yeah, the 4x1. Did they? I thought they. Oh no, that was a team down south. Yes, I know. I was going to say I knew there was somebody, but the team down south qualified. They're in heat 1 in lane 8 with a 38.62 time. So they, the team down south, they qualified for the 4x1, and they're in the prelims.
I'll take that out.
Yeah, nobody in the hurdles either, in the 400 hurdles, I should say. So yeah, on the men's side, that's that. Decathlon, by the way, the 100-meter, the long jump, the 100-meter, the long jump, the shot put, the high jump, and the 400 are today. And then Thursday, you have the 110 hurdles, the discus, the pole vault, the javelin, and then, of course, the 1,500 meters. Yeah. But the women, let's see. Yes, Arizona State, 4x100 meters on Thursday at 5:05 p.m. They are in lane 2 in heat 2 with a qualifying time of 44:57. So, which is again that's their season best, and they're ranked 47th, but they qualified. So, there was also season best 44:17. Oh man, I was looking at. You got to be kidding me! Did I screw that up in my notes? Oh, I really hope I did not. Let me see. Men's. Oh, that's a personal best. See, okay. No, I didn't screw it up. All right, so the women's 4x100 team gets going at 5:05. Again, we'll talk about that tomorrow. The women's 400. I don't think. Why did I not? Yeah, Tennessee. There's 2 from Tennessee, women that qualified, but in the 400 prelims. Yeah. In the shot put, I want to say no. All right. And no 4x4 for the Lady Devils. That's right. Sorry, I was looking at the notes there. No 4x4 for Lady Devils, but the 4x1. And then the heptathlon. Women's discus on Saturday, men's on Friday. Okay, women's discus on Saturday. And let's see. There's one flight, or flight 1. Yes, Lopez is in flight 2. Wow. So the season best for Lopez is a 60.57, which he just did at the West Meet, so 198.8. And she is in flight 2 with Alida Van Dalen of Florida, who I mentioned, who went 69.31 meters, which is, guys, 227 feet 4 inches in the discus for Alida, as that is 29 foot, just about a 29 foot advantage, and she is number 1. Lopez is number 4, but yeah, 198.8. Princess Hyman is at 196 feet 6 inches, so she's within 2 feet. We have another one. Season best is Joyce Oguama of Alabama, who's number 2. She went 62.13 meters, which is 203 feet 10 inches. 203 feet 10 inches. And then Lopez, like I said, number 4 in the NCAA, 198 feet 8 inches. So, but that is Saturday at 11:30 a.m. So they're going early on that on Saturday. And I'll remind you, don't worry, I got you. You guys know I got you. But yeah, so stoked for Lopez. I mean, just the season, guys, that you know that she's. I mean, I've talked about. I may have not got to go out and see, but I kept up on it, talking way back through indoor, and then just when she started, I mean, just more and more consistent. They went down to that school down south. They went down to Tucson to take on that school down south before the Big 12. So again, getting comfort there, showing they could dominate, and then at the West meet at the the West Regional meet, she throws the 198.8, qualifies there. So yeah, that's just, and the record, by the way, is the meet record is Sierra Jackson from Fresno State. She went 65.82 meters, which is 215 feet 11 inches, and that was last June. The collegiate record is Jordine you guys should know this too. Who is a collegiate record from? Well, I already said Jordine. So a lot, yes, you diehard Pitchfork lunchers know Jordine Van Klinken of ASU went 70.22 meters, which is 230 feet 4 inches, which Lopez would, just have to go up about 32 feet, which again she could do. No, but I think, like I said, I think there's 6 throws. Yeah, so it's your best throw. So I mean, yeah, you're competing, but the flight 1 goes, and then you see what they did there, and then you go from there. So yeah, 230 feet, guys, 70.22 meters, and I mean, again. Van Dalen, 227.4, so she's 2 feet 6 inches away. So that's the madness to it. So, but I look forward again to the discus. It's 11:30, like I said, Saturday morning. And then at 4:50 p.m. on Saturday, and then at 11:30 a.m. High jump starts at 4:30, and then at 4:50 p.m. or 4:50, the women's it says wheelchair 100 meters. Very cool. But then at 5:02, we'll see how. They can do it. 5:02 is women's 4x100 relay finals. Yeah, we'll see if the women can get there in that. But again, so for today, just realize that at 6:41 p.m. and at 6:58, right after that, the 400 meter, 800 meter. Jaden Davis. Yeah, Jaden Davis is going to be running, and Dayton Carlson in 6:40 and 7 p.m. I know I said 6:41 and 7:58. Those are the listed official starting times. But yeah, 6:40 and says or 6:41. Says 6:40 minutes early, but then 2 minutes late. So again, but yeah, so stoked for so let's go, man. Let's go and get to eat. So yeah, very stoked again for the men. So 6:40 and 6:58. I'm not gonna say 7, but yeah, be there by whatever. You'll be watching the 400. It goes right into the 800. So again, both are Devils. Let's go, forks up. Let's root them on. So yeah, but again, big year in general, and I mean that's what I love. Like you see in track again, you're talking about peaking, and yeah, you're trying to win meets and you're trying to work on obviously the mechanics of so many different things. I mean, just think about having run track. I mean, just your block starts. Yeah, your race strategy. You have to be smart. You want to have that energy at the end, that close that we always see. You hear people talk about, especially in something like the 400, but it is just insane. So 6:40, 400 meters. Jaden Davis, who is in heat 3 3. Yeah, he's in the final heat. So heat 3, lane 5, baby. Love it. And then obviously right after that, the 800, Dayton Carlson in heat 2, lane 2. Again, for both of these, top 2 in each heat. So that's 6, and then the next 3 fastest times because there's 9 lanes. So that in and of itself, my friends, absolutely money. But hey, we're going to get out of here again. Track. I know huge. Didn't hit. Obviously, I hit baseball postseason awards. Transfer portal stuff. There's quite a few transfers in from water polo, and also beach volleyball has transfers too. So we'll get to that tomorrow. But yeah, track and field today, man. Start watching because, like I said, it's gonna. The hammer throw starts at 2:30, so in about an hour and 15 minutes. And then the running events start at 5:05, like I said. So, and got the 4x100 relay, all men's today. Yeah, all men's today, and then Wednesday, and then the decathlon. The decathlon already started, by the way. That just started at 1 o'clock. So the 100 meters started at 1, and then the long jump at 1:40, and then they go to shot put, high jump, and they close out with a 400 meter tonight, and then the other 5 tomorrow: the 110 meter hurdles, discus, pole vault, javelin, and then the 1500. So yeah. So we shall see as well. Ben Barton of BYU, the senior, he won the 100 meters. With a time of 10.65, and then Edgar Campray was right behind him at 10.69, and then you had a 10.74, a 10.77, a 10.78, a 10.79. 10.84, 10.85, 10.86, 10.9, 10.91, 10.93. So you had 12 of the 24 under 11, and then 11:41 from Cal State Fullerton's Keith Arona. I don't know that name. Anyway, I'll figure it out. But nonetheless, so decathlon going on now, as like I said, Ben Barton in the lead. Team, and they're warming up. So Barton, after one event, leads. He got 940 points, and then Campray, who from Miami, got 931, 919, 912, 910, 908. And you got the lowest, obviously, 771 to, so 940 to 771. By the way, the meet record and the collegiate record is from 2 years ago. Leo Neugebauer from Texas had 8,961 points. And I remember watching that too, because when you see the 1,500, you're like, I cannot believe that's the last event of the day. But anyway, that's that. So they're warming up for the long jump. As we speak right now. So, but like I said, 6:40. You can go to ESPN Plus and check it out, because I know they are showing me this. But yeah, 640 and then 658 back to back. Bam, 400, 800. Our guys there. Forks up, man. Let's go get them. So have a phenomenal rest of your Wednesday, by the way. Micro Days at Hump Day. Woo-woo. Yep, you guys know. Beginning and end of every show just for Mama. So yeah, have a phenomenal rest of your day. Thanks for ending back-to-back Big 12 champs women's volleyball. It is hashtag our state. Want to remind you of that. School down south. Just remember that. It is hashtag our state. And yeah, it always will be. Also, yeah, tomorrow again, back, same bad time, same bad channel, good old 12 p.m. Hoping this time, working on something totally different, but got to confirm today, but an interview. Track and field we're going to get when they're done up in Eugene after nationals. So definitely want to get them on no matter what happens to celebrate them as a Devils. They deserve to be celebrated. Forks up to them. So, but yeah, gonna get out of here. I have a phenomenal rest of your Wednesday. I will see you tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel. And you guys know it. Go Devils. And as always, forks up.
I went to Arizona State.
Right.
I'm a Sun Devil, man.
27-yard line. That's a great call. Play fake. Farmer will put it up. Throws over the middle. Touchdown. Quick flag.
3rd down and 5. Levis switches to Scatterboom. Scatterboom breaks defenders. Here he goes again. Another Scatterboom is the running back, and he is immediately met in the backfield, runs through the contact, and then throws a shoulder for good measure.
On this defense here. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon Compton. Welcome to 2025. Just run the other way. Still going back. That's the track. Walks up and down.
Edwards pulls off and buries it. Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Her 3 right on the money.